let's dive into web development. And for our web development pitches, we actually have 4 pitches for you tonight. For those of you online who don't know what we teach during web development, during our web development program, our program is a full stack program, which means we're teaching everything from front end to back end to how to store data to be able to build a fully functional web application. And as you will see, some of those applications also look amazing on mobile. A little bit about our students. We had 16 students for this session. Some of them actually joined us fully online, fully remotely. So we had 9 weeks of hybrid bootcamp with people joining us both on campus and remote. And a little bit about their background as well. I'd like to insist on the fact that some of the students who joined our bootcamp had very, very little coding experience before the program and were able to build the applications that you're going to be seeing tonight. That's it for me. I think you got enough of me. And without further ado, I'd like to invite Alan on stage for Baiku.
Okay, good evening, everyone. So my name is Alan, and I've been living in Tokyo for many years now. So the greater Tokyo area is the most populous metropolitan area in the world. So naturally, many people use their bikes to get around, me included. I use my bike everywhere. It's cheap, it's convenient, it's super easy. But there is one problem, and that's finding a place to park. I'm sure every single bike rider in this room knows exactly what I'm talking about. You know, you reach your destination and you ask yourself, should I pay for paid parking, or should I take my chances and leave my bike on the side of the road at the risk of it possibly being impounded? Unfortunately, I did just that last month, and I had to pay 5,000 yen to get my bike back. It was a pretty unpleasant experience, but it was after that experience, when I was talking to my friend about it, that I learned about an app called Baiku. So Baiku is an app that shares free, user-suggested bicycle parking locations around Tokyo. And the great thing about Baiku is that anyone can contribute by adding and sharing locations that they've used. I've been using it these last few weeks, and I've really been enjoying it. I've even had the chance to share a few locations that I've used myself. So why don't I open up Baiku and show you what it's like? So I'm already logged in, so I can just get started straight away. And the first thing we see here is a map of the area here in Meguro, Tokyo. Now you'll see different markers on the screen there. And the yellow ones, these are the free locations created by Baiku users. And the ones in red, these are paid locations, just in case there's nothing nearby, which I think is a nice little touch. Now, the thing I love about Baiku is their, the rating system they have. If you look at the bottom, you can see it there in green. Basically, this is Baiku's way of sort of assessing how safe a location is. And yeah, just going through them, you can see there are some that are green, and of course they change based on their rating. So that's really, really cool. Okay, so I was actually I came here today by bike. And I parked my bike not too far from here. It's just up the road near the museum. And it's a nice little spot which I've used a couple of times now, but I haven't yet shared it with the community. So I'm thinking to do that. So what I'm going to do is go and press the plus button down there to bring up the form. And the location was near the museum. So let's just call it Meguro Museum of Art. And yeah, the 2 times I've used this place, it was kind of in the late afternoon, evening time. So let's just say suitable for late afternoon / evening parking. Okay, and I did take a photo of this location when I was there earlier. And so I can just simply attach that photo. And the great thing with Baiku, it's pretty smart. It's pretty smart. So just by attaching that photo, it can actually figure out the location of that spot. I don't know about you guys, but I'm absolutely hopeless when it comes to trying to work out Japanese streets and addresses and things like that. So this is super, super helpful. And because the location is free, of course, I can just press free. And once that's done, I can go ahead and share this spot with the community. And there we have it. The place is now available. It's shared with the community, ready for people to use and hopefully review as well. Oh, okay. So it looks like I actually have a notification. Let's just check what that's all about. And, oh, okay. Subway Restaurant Shibuya. This is actually one of the locations. I've used it a couple of times, actually. And it's one of the locations I've favorited. But it looks like Baiku's telling me that this place may no longer be safe. I might want to check that out. So I'm just going to touch it and see what the reviews say. Oh, okay. Don't recommend this place anymore. That's a little worrying. Impounded. Place is being targeted now. Impounded again. Okay, that's unfortunate. It looks like Baiku's telling me that this place may no longer be suitable. It may be possibly targeted by authorities. It's unfortunate, but it's super helpful. I don't want to take any chances knowing this information, so I think I'm just going to go and unfavorite it. Okay. Now, I actually have plans later tonight. I'm going to meet some friends in Shibuya. I was actually going to use this spot, but seeing as I can't, maybe I will do a bit of a search and see if we can find some alternative spots near Shibuya Station. So I'm just going to go back to the map and let's type maybe, just Shibuya Station. Hopefully there are some spots close to where that one was. And it looks like there are a handful of spots. There is a paid one. Again, I don't want to use one of the paid locations. Maybe the one at the bottom, closest to me here in Meguro. The reviews aren't all that great. Maybe we can try the one next to the paid location, see if that's a little better. Not much better either. How about the one next to that? Let's see if that's any better. Okay, cool. So this one looks a bit more promising. I'm just going to double check. Let's check the reviews and see what they say. Okay, so no problems. It looks like it's quite central as well. Excellent. Near the park. Okay, and bike was left there all day. So this one looks pretty good. I think I'm going to choose this one. So I'll lock it in and get the directions to this place. All right. Maybe there are a lot of people using it right now. Okay, and then we have it. So we've got the route displayed in front of us, and I'm good to go. I can now use this to head to Shibuya Station where I can leave my bike. I've really been enjoying Baiku in these last few weeks. It's been super helpful. I highly recommend anyone in here who rides a bike and has the same struggles that I do. Give it a download, give it a try. Because Baiku, it seems like it's all about the community. The more people that use it and contribute, the stronger it will become. So thanks, guys. Just before I wrap this up, I just want to give a big thanks to my team. So we've got Lena over there, we've got Jose and Ken. We did this all in 2 weeks. It was a big challenge, but I'm really proud of what we could do during that time. So thanks, guys.
We're going to move to our second pitch of the night, slightly lighter topic. And for that pitch, we're going to be welcoming Mason on stage.
Can I get a show of hands of all the pet owners here? Okay, that's a lot of pet owners. Can I see the dog people? Okay, cat people? And the others, maybe? Okay, well, we have a lot of, okay. So, I'm actually a pet owner myself. I have a dog named Jasper. He's got a lot of energy. He loves to go to parks, and he loves to eat cheese. But unfortunately, I've been so busy due to the boot camp that I haven't been able to spend much time with him or actually meet people outside of the boot camp. Luckily, I found this great app called ConnecPet, which lets you connect to local pet owners near you. I've been using this app for around a week now, and I've already made a few friends. And there's a really cool thing where pet owners can actually list a pet sitting service. And so I'm actually planning a trip after the boot camp as a sort of celebration. And I'm hoping I can find a great pet sitter for Jasper and maybe find some people to connect with when we go out. So let's take a look. So I actually live in Shibuya, and I'm already seeing a few people near me. And I'm actually want to connect with a dog person because Jasper works well with dogs. So Chase looks like she's got a really cute Shiba. And it says she's looking for someone to walk her pet with. And Jasper is also a Shiba, so I'm actually going to send her a friend request. Okay, cool. And I actually know that people with that are pet sitters have an icon in their name. So I want to see if I can find a user nearby who has one of those pet sitter icons. It looks like Jose actually has one of those icons. And he's a very cute cat named Boo. And he loves cheese bread, just like Jasper, who loves cheese. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to look at his pet sitting services. Okay, so he says he's a pet groomer, which means he's probably got a good amount of experience with pets. And maybe I'd like to see what reviews are saying about Jose. 5 stars, 4 stars, 4 stars. Seems good to me. So I'm going to go ahead and make a booking with him. So my trip is from Monday and it ends on Wednesday. And I want to leave a small note saying that Jasper loves to eat cheese. And then maybe Jose will give him some of his cheese bread. And it looks like my booking request was sent. And I actually got a notification, so let me check that. So it looks like there's quite a few events happening in my area. I actually have no plans this Saturday, and so I'd like to spend that time with Jasper. I live quite close to Yoyogi Park, so I'm going to go ahead and join the first event. And I want to invite one of my friends that I've actually met on the app. So I'm going to go ahead and share this with her. Her name is Alex. She has a really good pet dog. She plays well with Jasper. So I'm going to share that. And it looks like she's online. So I'm just going to send a message saying, like, hope to see you there. Yeah, and I can't wait to meet some new people and go on my trip. I really recommend ConnecPet if you're a pet person like me who wants to meet like-minded people. Big shout out to my team, Machiko, Alex, and Brady. We worked really hard on this in the 2 weeks, even though, big thanks to the Wagon teachers and TAs for answering all my endless questions. Thank you.
Cool. We are actually halfway through our web development pitches, and I believe the next team is getting ready right now. Actually, a little bit more of a serious topic, so we're moving out of pet, and we're diving into maybe arguments with maybe potential girlfriends or wives, or you'll get the story. Please, let's welcome Thomas on stage for Split It.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for coming. My name is Thomas, and my girlfriend and I, we have separate bank accounts. So as you can imagine, there are a lot of kind of troubles that come with that. At the end of every month, we have to sit down for about an hour and go through all of the receipts for the month. And we have to figure out how much did we spend, who spent more, who owes who money. And it's stressful and time consuming, and I hate it. But it is necessary. And it often causes us a lot of problems because sometimes we forget to save the receipts. We misplace them. We can't remember whose receipt was whose. And a couple of months ago, we got into an argument, which, is always a bad thing. So I figured I needed some kind of solution to that problem. And I went searching and I found Split It. Split It is a shared expense tracking app. So as we go in, I can go into the group that I created for my girlfriend and I, and I'm given a list of my splits. So let me explain splits to you. Splits are a way of collecting receipts or bills or anything, any kind of shared expense that has a common category or theme. And with the app, I can see things like I've got my June 2021 bills. If we look at the settled splits, we've got previous month's bills. We're done with those. And you notice we've got Thailand and Mexico in there. We took a few vacations this year. And whenever you travel, you've got tickets and food and shows and tours, and all those expenses are, tough to keep track of. So we just use Split It, and it takes a lot of the pain out of doing that. So I actually have a receipt that I would like to add into my June shared expenses. So I'm just going to scan it into the app. And so my girlfriend and I, we decided to have a movie night last night. So I went down to my local Arco gas station and bought some snacks for the movie. We were going to catch up on some of the old Star Wars films. So we bought some beers, some chips, some Whoppers. We bought some Twizzlers, good old licorice. And so I just, can scan the receipt in, and it's going to fetch for me a list of all the numbers that it finds on the receipt. So I can just select that $32.67, and that is the price of what I paid. Puts it into the app, takes away all of the pain of trying to go, okay, did I keep the receipt? Did it get wet? Did it get ripped? It's in here. It's good to go. But like I said before, I don't just use it for things with my girlfriend. I can also use it to talk about my budget. So I can see a list here of all of the bills, and I can see everything that we have, any kind of shared expenses that we have for the month. But more than that, I can filter it. So I can see all of my girlfriend's bills, and I can see all of my bills. I'm sure we've all had the experience of checking our bank account and saying, where did my money go? When I see it, I can see, oh, I spent $58.98 at Vaughn's. And that's where my money went. I wonder what I bought there. I don't know. So I don't just use it with my girlfriend. I do also use it with my friend group, with the boys, the bros. We like to go on bro retreats on the weekends. So recently, we went up to Lake Tahoe and we did some camping. And I've got one more receipt that I want to scan. So from the home screen, I see all of my active splits. I can just take a picture of my receipt, pop it right in. So I spent $97.20 at Walmart. I bought all kinds of ridiculous things. We were going to have a barbecue, bought some beef patties, And once I scan this in, it's going to read the receipt. And you can see here it grabbed the title and the price, which is very convenient for me because it just takes a few seconds. I can save some time. And when you're out in the woods or at the beach with your friends, you don't want to think about, okay, at the end, we got to split all this money. And, I paid $16 and you paid this. So we just use Split It. But like I said, we're back from the trip and we're ready to finish it and figure out who owes who money. So I can just settle the bill right here. And it takes me to this screen. So I am the banker, just like in Monopoly. I'm going to control all of the transfer of money. So in this case, JT is going to owe, I'm going to owe JC some money. Kyle is going to owe me some money. Jeff is going to, I owe Jeff some money. And Mario is going to owe me some money. So I'm going to collect the money from my friends, pay the ones that need to be paid. We're done with it. There's no arguing. There's no bickering. It's easy. It's quick. This app is a big time saver. But there might be one more question on your minds, and that is, how do I add people to the app? I've got my friends in it. I've got my girlfriend in it. So this brings me to the point where I'm going to invite you to use the app. So everybody at home, take out your phones. We're going to have a Lay Wagon after party. So some of the people here, we're gonna create a new split, dinner. And in a second, you'll see a QR code on the screen. Sign up for the app, scan the QR code, and find out why it's been so beneficial to me. It really has taken a lot of the stress, the time, the anxiety, the frustration out of dealing with my shared expenses. both with my friends and with my girlfriend. And I'm sure that when you use the app, you will have the same experience as me. Before we finish up, I would really like to shout out a thank you to all of the teachers and TAs at Wagon, to the Split It team. We've got Simon, we've got Abdul, we've got Kirk. I think we did a really great thing in 2 weeks, and it was really fun to work on. And thank you, everyone, for your time and for your attention. And that's it for us. Thank you.
It's actually already our very last speech for tonight. I believe that some of you have been working from home, staying at home, and I'm sure if that's been your case, you're going to love this app. I don't want to spoil it. So I'll let Ryan explain it to you. Ryan, you ready to go? Let's welcome Ryan on stage for Kyoro.
Great. Well, first of all, congratulations everyone for making it this far. My name is Ryan. I manage an accounting team, about 16 people. And, you know, ever since the global pandemic, it's, of course, as we all know, forced us to change the way that we live and especially change the way that we work. But, you know, I'm actually really proud of my team because even though they're not used to working remotely, we've been getting our work done really well. But, you know, I do worry about them on an individual level. You know, are they engaged? Are they staying motivated? Do they feel the team atmosphere? So with that in mind, I started using Kyoro. And what Kyoro is, it's an engagement management tool, which is a fancy word. But, you know, I really like using Kyoro because it integrates well with Slack. And my team uses Slack on a daily basis to communicate professionally. So actually, I think that Kyoro is set up to send out my my weekly Friday survey anytime now. So actually, yeah, it should be right about now. All right. So the questions that you know that I've prepared for Kyoro are very basic. I don't want to take too much time out of my team members' day, but the questions represent certain traits that I want to track. So the first one is gauging my team members' mood. The second one, their motivation. The third, if they're getting enough support from their team members as well as myself. And if they're, they feel that they're closer to achieving their personal goals. And I don't want to ask my team to do something that I'm not, so I'll add this as well. I'll give the first one a 5, give great, maybe a 4, a 4, and let's give the last one a 4 as well. Great, but not perfect, right? Okay, good. Then I'm going to jump back over to Kyoro. And when you log into Kyoro, you're greeted with a dashboard, which gives you a lot of infographics. Very simple. The first one is a gauge of the categories that I mentioned in the survey. And this is a monthly overview. And as we can see on the bottom, we have the overall engagement. And the engagement is an aggregate of all of the answer scores that everyone submitted over time. Looks like we're going up, so that's good. Might be a bit of a plateau, so I do want to check in with that survey. It looks like we were getting a lot of reactions. So let's see if anyone's answered so far. So we've got a handful of answers, and ideally, of course, everyone would be on 4s and 5s, but that's not how the world works. So we do have people across the board on this. So it's to be expected, but I do want to see. It looks like a handful of people, my team members, have answered with the lowest score. So I want to see what's going on an individual level. I've seen what's going on a team level. So I'll jump into my team page to see what's happening there. And whenever I go on to my team page, I usually just sort by engagement status lowest first. So it's easy to see who I can try to give assistance to. Okay, so Alan's on a 51%. Let's see what's going on there. But he's got very high motivation, which is good. And I guess that just means that maybe his motivation isn't translating over to his personal goals. we can work on that. So now I know that I might need to work a bit more with Alan on his personal goals, which I know is to improve at his organizational skills. So good for me to know. And it's not the first time I've seen this low mood on people's profiles. So it seems to be a bit of a recurring theme. I'm going to humor myself and do something that I've been thinking about for a while. I've been thinking about sending out a survey for everyone for a meetup this weekend, maybe at like a Yogi Park or something. So to do that, I can jump into Kyoro bot, which is my Slack bot. And I'll make it very simple. Ask everyone if they want to join their team at Yogi Park this weekend. And of course, we'll make sure to keep it socially distanced, keep our masks on as much as possible, because we really don't want to waste the year and a half that we spent working remotely. But I do think the face-to-face interaction would be a good morale boost for my team, especially because the chemistry is. I'd like to think it's very good. So let's send that out to my Slack. All right, and this is what it would look like from my team members' Slack. And we're just going to, for the audience out there, we're going to jump ahead a few days. Hello, my name is Ellen. I work on Ryan's team in the accounting department, and we've had the meetup that Ryan suggested a few days ago. It was really nice, and I really think it was good for the team morale. So I want to leave him feedback, and he told us that on Slack we can go through CureBot. So if we click on that and send a /feedback box, I believe it was, then I'll just tell him that thank you for arranging. I feel like it was great for the team. All right. Happy Monday, guys. It's Ryan. Nice to see you again. Yeah, the meetup went great. Really enjoyed seeing everyone. I think it was great for the team morale. As I start all my Mondays, I'm going to jump onto Kyoro. And looks like I've got a couple of anonymous feedbacks from my team members. So let's see what they've got to say. Hopefully good news. I've got some bad, but let's see. Had a blast at the meetup. Thanks. Good. No one's wearing deodorant. We'll work on that. We're going to address that. So yeah, honestly, I'm really grateful for Kyoro for being able to tell me, let me know that when my team members need my attention, it's something that I couldn't be able to gauge myself. And something I wouldn't be able to do myself as well is to build an app like this in 2 weeks without the help of the amazing Kyoro team, Amelia, Ayaka, and Luke, and as well for batch 595. We're done.